Okay, so today we're going to be transferring a picture of your favorite puppy dog or favorite animal onto a white canvas so you can later paint it with any kind of material you'd like to. I'm going to take a Sharpie and you want to go over and outline it. With this one, being a darker dog, I use a silver. Went over the parts that I'd like to see. This is a great time for you to actually get crop whatever you don't want to have on there. For a lighter dog, it's better to use a black. What you do is you take a piece of tracing paper, which is clear, and you can find it in most places that are cheap. And all you do is you go over these dark places, again, with that same Sharpie that you see below it. Try not to move it as much as possible. When you're done with that part, you're then going to take a pencil, and you're going to flip this paper over. And you're going to go over the whole thing, very dark, with the graphite, especially where you see the lines. You can see I've already done this one before. Once you like and have covered everything that you like, you're going to take the same paper, you're going to flip it over onto your canvas. Now, because you can see the full picture, you can also put it where you'd like to see the canvas. Don't worry about covering the whole picture of the area. That's going to be your background, which you can paint any way you'd like to. With Mandy, I finally painted her just being in the ocean. I had some fun with that part of it, so she kind of looks a little bit like this. All right, so once you go over here, all you got to do is take your pencil and then you just kind of outline it carefully. All right, I'm pushing fairly hard to go through this, and you notice I'm not taking it too easy. I'm going to outline this pretty carefully, and I'm going to go over every line that I drew with the Sharpie. You're going to try very hard to not have this paper move on you. You know, sorry if you're left-handed, this usually is worse for left-handers. When you're done and you move it, you should see the image beginning to occur. It's a little hard to see with this, but if you don't feel it's dark enough, you can just kind of go over it with your pencil. You don't need it to be super dark. It'll just give you a guide when you're painting. All right, but I do want it a little darker than that. All right, so once I'm done with that, I'm then going to start by painting the background. I usually recommend a lighter color behind, especially a lighter color, especially behind a darker image like a black dog. Mandy looks really good with the blue around her. Frankly, I think Rocco would also look really good that way. You can see I've got carpet behind him, so I wouldn't have any problem with just putting a beige behind him to kind of make the black come out a little bit more. And then we're going to paint in the darker colors first. Once we start to paint, we'll actually bring out the paints and we'll do that. I'll be giving you more details on the painting part really outside, showing you how to use the acrylic paints a little bit better. But it is the dark first, and then you're going to use the light. The most important part is that when you are painting, you want to paint in the direction that the fur flows. Never try to paint in opposite colors. And even on this, even though she's heavily white in here, I still painted it with white paint. And once I did the white paint, I went over that. If I didn't like something that I like, the beauty of acrylic is that you can go back over it. So again, you'll do the dark first. I like to put my dark spots, add it until I like it. Trying not to paint in areas that I want to leave white. Then I went in with the medium color, that's more of these colors here, and paint it lightly with that. Again, painting in a direction that the fur goes. All right, the big thing is make sure you guys have a little bit of fun. Don't need to worry about it being too perfect. Remember, it's your favorite pet. And if you really don't like it, then you have a great present to give to somebody, you know, that special person at Christmas time. All right, hope this helps, and I always have some fun now.